Zeal Entertainment.
Greetings, boys and girls. I'm Jack Dion from Zeal Entertainment, and today we're here for the 10th episode and part 2 from the last episode, which I am uploading both on the same day, although I don't know how late this one will be, since I'm recording it at about 7 o'clock at night. So at the very least, it's gonna be like 9 or 10. Anyways, we see here the people doing their thing. Our main character is upset about something being broken, but he is going to take a shower for reasons that he needs to do so. He's also going to eat eventually, if he ever gets to do this bit here. And there he is, doing what needs to be done. And now we can see that he's really hungry. And off he goes. First gonna clean this up, because I had that there first. You know, first in the list. And then he's going to do a few other things. Like greet that person. And then we'll have him eat afterwards. Yep. Our character here, Jonny, has turned into a great old teen. And this was his first full day of being a teen, of which he is pretty much the second half of the day, since the first half was in the last video. But that's quite alright. This was a special video that, you know, had to be split into 2 parts, so that's quite alright. He's going to continue doing the thing he does, which is eating, cleaning up his stuff. Gotta do what you gotta do. Introducing people to other people, although that was already, he already did that. And, such things as that. Stanley got a promotion, it looks like. That's cool. And we're gonna have, our main character work on typing again. Get his writing skill up. Of course, we're gonna have him do his homework first, because, you know, might as well. He's a lot more into cleaning up nowadays. That's kind of cool. But there we go. There he is, doing his homework. Get a better angle of that, because, you know, that's how we do things here. Yeah, he's pretty fast at doing his homework, a lot faster than most people I know. His sister's probably gonna be... I don't know if there's a way to be faster than what Jonny is, but if so, I'm pretty sure his sister will be. We're gonna have Stanley finally fix that sink because that's been annoying me for so damn long. For some reason it didn't click on that, so we're gonna have that there. Good. She got a promotion as well, so they're gonna be making a lot more money now. Not a whole lot more, I guess, but still enough more. That's that. Quickly have him go to bed because he's gonna need to. We're gonna have our character take care of her since get them some bonding moments. It's a wonderful thing. But before our character can get there, the mom gets there, so Johnny can just continue with he can continue writing because he'd really like to get that skill point. No, 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 we're not going to purchase our own books that we wrote. Freaking scam right there. Of course, if he self-published them, then that would kind of make sense. Self-publishing is a form of a scam, I believe, but whatever. Unless you have like $10,000 to kind of like advertise your story. Or if you know about 1,000 or more people who you can tell them to tell the people they know about it, then it'd be a cool word of mouth kind of thing. But yeah, I don't even know if I know 10 people, honestly. So there we go with him working on getting his skill, and look at this. She's about to age up. Nobody seems to be all that excited. Kind of a bummer. I think it's really great. Now she's not going to be a little whiny little thing. We'll just leave it at that. And she'll now be more of a productive member of humanity. So that's great. I wanted them to at least get there to watch the moment because it's a spectacular transformation. At least in game it is, Aging up doesn't happen with a lot of cool visual effects like it does in the game, but whatever. And, yep, just about to start. It's a wonderful thing. Just waiting for the dad to go and witness the event. He doesn't make it, but whatever. Mom could care less, and the brother's kind of okay with it. And due to excellent parenting, she may now choose her own trait. So, yeah. That's always cool. And so it begins. A trait for her. I was actually thinking about absent-minded. Thought of another one around here. I was actually even thinking about, well, genius. I guess I hovered over it long enough to show what I was thinking about. I was even thinking about insane or neurotic. Um, I do actually know all the ones that I will get for her. I slightly forgot what these are, but I'll figure them out later. I was actually thinking about inappropriate for a bit as well, and I think that is one of the ones I'll probably be getting for her eventually. I'm not quite sure. None of the rest of this made sense for her, and if anything, she's probably not an animal person at all. I couldn't really find anything in here that she would be except for the perfectionist. That might be on the maybe list. Yeah. I don't really see anything in the physical area for her. So we're going to go with a mental one. And under the mentalist. And we're going to go with genius. And now we're going to take away the camera away from our main character, Jonny, to the second main character for now, Sarah, and we're gonna get her, into proper clothing because she's definitely not clothed how I imagine her wanting to dress. I have a, I have a, I have something in mind of how she would dress, but I'll say that when she becomes a teen because she'll be able to dress that way better, and it would be a bit creepy to say it now, but yeah, I already know what kind of person she's gonna be in the future. She's gonna be a mix of two different things. It's a wonderful thing. But for now, before she does anything, I believe, we're gonna have her change the appearance. So we're gonna excuse me. We're gonna check out which hair she has, and none of these look that great at all. They all look horrible to me, and she would say the same. And the normal long hair just looks too boring, so I decided to check out the other stuff. And it's between two here already, but I wanted to check this one out. Does not go well with her face. So we'll look at them all, but I already figured out which one I want at this point. And, you know, we'll go right to it. This one I believe is the one that we'll be definitely doing. It just feels more like her style. And make sure she has proper eyebrows, because not having proper eyebrows is kind of creepy, as we will soon see. That wasn't loading, as you can see, so I wanted to see what it was, and it became a nightmare. So, yes, horrifying. Definitely make sure you have eyebrows. She will have makeup. I don't really consider her on the goth, emo, punk side of things, but I do see her as being somewhat with makeup. Not too much. As you could see, the gray, dark gray and black were too weird, so decided on the black with a lighter opacity. About halfway. Maybe slightly more. Yeah, halfway. And in this as well. Other than that, I don't see her doing much else for makeup. Just eye stuff. I did check out lipstick for a while, but it looked really weird. And I don't... If she even does ever get lipstick, it's definitely not now. Make sure that's there so she has it for all stuff. But yeah, that to me seems more like her style. And since she's not tired, we're gonna have her go right towards getting herself a new outfit. She's not really looking for being cool, looking like her brother Jonny was wanting, you know. She's looking... Her idea is more of a, elegant, I guess. So we'll see how that turns out. This definitely isn't what her style would be. At least with the long hair, we can say that that's just what she had, and she just did her hair up a little bit like this, and that's... got that. At first I was thinking of this style of clothing for her. I figured that she would like this kind. But then that's when I realized I don't think she would be into the emo style or this weird... Yeah, I guess not only emo kids dress like this, but whatever. A lot do. But since they didn't have any bottom parts that I liked, I was looking for like a dress type thing. Decided to go with something else. Definitely not going with the overall crap, because that's, you know, crap. Try this one out, but it's horrible. Second time's the charm, as they don't usually say. And in fact, we have to go all the way to the third time. That, I don't know why, but it made me think of the girl from Silent Hill. Um, what is it, Cheryl? Cheryl. I can't quite remember. I just know that it was technically Alessa, like a different form of her. That's all I can remember the name of. Get her some earrings because, see, now the makeup looks proper on her. Get some these things to go with her look. This looks too much like a golfer look, so we're gonna go with that. That looks just fine. And so we'll continue on with formal. Pretty much the same look, I would think, but slightly better. You get slightly better looking dresses here, and I do see her as being like a dress wearer. She's not a tomboy at all. It's a decent looking dress there, so we'll go with that. Thinking of changing the shoes, but I think these ones are like really nice enough. And then the same old accessories as usual. Although I may get rid of those socks later. I didn't realize I put those socks on. Doesn't really work with the shoes she had. I mean, they're not socks technically. They're those other, I don't know what they're called, but tights, I believe. I don't know. Not much of a selection for sleepwear. And that seems more her, so I went with what she would be doing. But none of these shirts look cool except for this one. So that's that. Then with athletic, I don't see her really being that athletic or anything. But if she does, what we pick is what I see her wearing. Looks good enough. Find a decent pair of shorts here. Not that I really think she would wear anything like that, but they don't have a full suit type thing like the other ones had, so I had to go with the best I could get, which wasn't really that great at all. Once again, accessories, the earrings, the sweatbands because it's athletics now, and actual socks this time. And then on towards swimwear. I didn't see any bathing suits at all, so that's really boring. And we have a one-piece bathing suit, which is kind of like the normal type thing to do when you're younger, I guess. Earrings because that's okay in the swimming pool, and then there's nothing else to do, so that's that. So that was great. Her wardrobe is completely made out for her, so she can have proper clothing. And while we do that, we're going to get rid of a few things so she can have a proper room. Mostly getting rid of the crib. This family is not going to have another kid at all anymore. So we're going to go and get this crib. And then we can sell it. And then we can go and buy her a bed. A cheapest one, yes, but well, Johnny has the cheapest bed as well, so, and he still has it, so yeah. I was gonna go with that one because that's my favorite bed look. That's my favorite looking bed. But I wanted her to have something slightly different, so we went with this one for her. Then we'll place it into her room from this awkward angle. But that's quite alright. Can't really tell from here, but that bed barely fits in her room. I actually thought there were 4 slots in her room. She has a very small room, which I may reconcile later, because it's only 3x3, while her brother has, I believe, 4 or 5x4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 5x4. So That's 20 squares. So for her, I'd have to move the bathroom over a few, and to keep it in line with his wall, because that's how I am. It would have to be about 3 by 6, which would be 18. Although I don't think he would really care that she had one more square spot than he does. So I could do it 7 by 3. But I believe that once these people have enough money, they will actually, get a new place for the both of the kids, I guess. I don't know. Well, whatever. We're now upon Jonny and his time, and yeah, he's going to go to the bathroom, wash up as you do, and eat. And well, you can see all the stuff he's going to be doing. It's been a while since I had him work on his art, but I figured since it's the weekend that he can finally focus on that kind of stuff. See what kind of stuff he comes up with nowadays. And his dad, for some strange reason, is out in the backyard, but whatever. Looks like he was talking with some kind of animal. Not sure if that's our cat or not. Either way, Jonny is done with that, and he's gonna get himself some food now. It's a wondrous thing. I wonder what kind of food he's gonna get. I actually don't wonder, not only because I chose it for him, but because, well, he just likes bread and jam. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, really, who doesn't like bread and jam? You can get any kind of bread you want, so there's that part. And then you can get any kind of jam you want. Bread and jam can be so awesome, really, just so delicious, and it's so very versatile that you can do anything, really. That's a wondrous thing, really. But enough on that, because he's done with that mess. And now he believes it's time to continue working on his writing skill. Another fun thing about all this is that Jonny is actually old enough that he can babysit. Not only if it were a job or anything like that, but he could also do that as taking care of his little sisters, so they don't have to pay any more money in babysitting stuff. And since she's starting school now too, next Monday, so next season, she well, when she's home, by the time she gets home, he'll be home, although he'll probably have a part-time job, so yeah, I think you're able to stay on your own when you're a child, though. I can't remember. I think Jonny was able to, but I'm not sure. Can't quite remember right now. Either way, if he if she needs babysitting, Jonny can do it. So it's a wonderful thing. She was randomly woken up by the annoying cat, so she's gonna go back to bed. And then I'll set up her morning while our main character is doing his thing. He just didn't have anything done for the day, so that was annoying. I don't know why he didn't go to bed, but gonna set his stuff up for when he wakes up. And then finally have him do this, because even though I had him do it earlier, he still didn't do it for some strange reason, so I'm hoping he'll do it now. And Johnny's just about to level up his skill. It's a wondrous thing. And his sister's getting herself some food. So that's great. She's just getting herself some cereal, which is... I didn't have her pick anything, so she just randomly got something that sounded very kid-like. So, I don't know, that's kind of cool. That is quite awesome indeed. Um, Taking her a long time. Oh, there she is. I'm gonna have her fill the pet food bowl. Almost mixed up the words food and bowl together, and that was strange. Um, but yeah, before she eats, there he goes. Johnny has gotten another skill in writing, and he's gonna go do something else. But yeah, his sister is going to feed the cat, then she's gonna eat. Their mom has work, and so does their dad in a bit. Johnny currently is painting, so we're gonna go and see how that turns out. He's finishing a painting that he started when he was probably like 11 years old, and he's finally like getting to it when he's 13. So yeah, he's a teen for 7 years, and well, if I had it at a week for each one, then that would have been like 7 episodes, I guess. I think I originally did have it at 28 days, but that wasn't enough. So I decided to do, instead of seasons, I decided to have it as months. So I did 12 instead of 7 or 4. So things kind of went triple. So instead of 28, times that by 3, I believe. 4 times 3 is 12, yes. So 3. And that's about 75. 84. Which is how many days he'll last. But at weeks, that's, I think I already said this earlier in the last episode, but yeah. It's like 12 episodes worth. 12 weeks worth. Same thing, really. His mom's going to work. He's selling his painting because he doesn't want it. Doesn't need it either. And now he's gonna, for the first time, practice the guitar. Even though he should have been able to do it when he was a kid, because I certainly was. Started randomly strumming the strings when I was 10. Alright. It was getting to the weird point where the people wouldn't do anything unless you focused the camera on them, so that was really weird. I'm gonna have him finally fix that sink. And then, of course, he forgets about it and just goes to work anyways. So that's cool. So he's off to work. I'm gonna have him try to fix it this time. Their dad is really lazy. The mom, I just noticed, didn't go to work. So she was being a little weird as well. Not sure what's going on, but yeah. First I thought it was because I didn't focus the camera on her, but she's there, and she's still not doing anything, so I had to exit that and just redo it. The cat's doing quite alright. She's doing alright.
And he's gonna need to do a few things, but we can wait on that. And although that kind of seems like something that Jonny is going for, the Renaissance Sim, since he's doing a lot of different things, it's still not what he wants to do. Their mom finally went to work, and Jonny is left there to make sure his sister doesn't burn down the house. Not that she would, but, gotta make sure. And here where I'm just making sure if they have a chess set or not, because she'll want to play chess. So at this point, Sarah is asking her brother, like, hey, do you think mom and dad would care if we bought a few things? And he's like, I don't think they'd care. Besides, if they did, I'm getting a job soon, so I can cover it when I do get a job. She's like, oh, okay. So, we're gonna get some chairs, but then I realized, well, she's gonna want to get the cheapest chairs that you can get, because she doesn't want to push her luck. So we get the cheapest chairs that we can get, and so they buy their chairs. Should have done this after I got the chess set. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't know if that would have made a difference. But we'll see what I mean about that later. I believe. I'm pretty sure I didn't need to edit that out. So they get their chairs, and then they get their chess set. And since she figured that the chess set, the best chess set, was $100 more, it doesn't add anything, doesn't add any more fun or logic. It just looks better. So she figured she'd just go with that. And now they have a chess set. Or do they? Well, that part is that. Got their chess set ready. He's still playing guitar because, that's what you do when you want to learn. I wanna, he wanted to, I should say, to make sure he got 2 more levels, because, at least 2 levels would be nice. The first 2 levels are the easiest to get. And she's just reading there. That's quite alright. He has stuff to do, but I don't really care about that. I just wanted to have her watch him. Their dad got off work, so that's great. Hopefully he'll finally actually do work on that sink and fix it. Still playing his guitar. Just right there at getting, there we go. He's finally got the first level of guitar. It's a wonderful thing. And we're gonna go for a second skill before we do anything else for him. Yep, he actually did fix it, so that's wonderful. It's kind of sad that you have to like walk to a weird random location just to play guitar in this game. Like he should just be able to play in his room. Durr. That is one little minor thing I like about the fourth game is that you're able to you can get a guitar and you can just sit on like the edge of your bed and play a guitar in that game. Of course, that's one of the few things I like about that game. Pretty much everything else I prefer this game over. It would be nice if they could combine things from the second game, the third game, and the fourth game all into one area. Mostly Sims 3 stuff, pretty much, and just add stuff from Sims 2 and Sims 4 into this. Some of the things I wanted, they did do in Sims 4. But we'll talk about that whenever we get to Sims 4, if I ever do actually do an LP of that, which I might not. And there we go, level 2. I could kind of probably keep going with this, but he's like really close to quitting on his own anyways, so might as well not start another. So we'll have him do his bathroom ritual stuff and get him some food to chow down on. Don't you just love the glitches in this game? They have their own personal fireman, like always stationed in their house. The dad just has some random bowl of food always stuck to his hand. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful. Although I can say that within this very episode, he somehow gets hungry enough that he starts to finish cooking the food he started a long time ago with that bowl in his hand. And once he finishes that up, I'm able to get rid of that, and so that little glitch will go away eventually. Still not sure how to get rid of the fire lady. And here I find out that somehow they don't have chairs, even though they do. So I try many different things, moving it, as you can see here, but unlike the table, the chair doesn't just snap underneath the chess set like it normally kind of does. And I don't know what the hell they were talking about. I figured that maybe it was because it was on a I eventually figured I should say that it was probably because it was on the patio or something. Or maybe because it was a cheap chair and it needed a more expensive chair. I don't know. But everything I tried didn't work, and the whole idea of having a chess set just was kind of retarded, I guess, and we just get rid of that completely. I mean, I kind of thought it would be cool if him and his sister, like, kind of hung out and played chess together, but, yeah, nothing doing there. As you can see, it doesn't work still, so we just get rid of all that crap. Probably a loss of some money, but it doesn't matter. Actually, pretty much almost a huge loss. The chess set alone, you already lost like almost 100 on it, and the chairs were pretty much like 10 to 20 each. So, but it doesn't matter. She's just gonna have some food and a shower, I guess, since that's what she needs. Anything else? I can't see anything. Um, the camera was being very weird this time for me. I was like trying to move around, but it wouldn't work. But anyways, we're gonna have her play chess on the computer instead, because that's still a viable option for learning how to play chess, or just playing it in general. Although I don't know if that includes the practice part where you actually gain logic skills. But I'm sure she'll gain some logic from playing it in general. Who knows? Who cares? We'll see eventually, I suppose. And while our main character's doing the stuff that he's doing, I'm gonna have everybody else do some stuff in the meantime, getting ready for bed, basically. The daughter just really likes to clean up quite a lot. It's interesting. She's kind of a neat freak, so that's kind of good. Um, and he could just go to bed right now, and that would be quite alright. Get up early on a Monday for a change. The mom and son are able to speak over eating food, so that's cool. The cat you saw in the distance was able to run off to get her own food, so that's cool too. Jonny is very tired though, and so he's probably gonna go to bed pretty soon. Nothing else for him to do in the meantime. Well, I guess we could have him do a painting. Yeah. Probably still a medium painting. Or a medium painting. I think the last one was small. So she started computer. She's just started doing the chess, and so she does get the skills. And she started off at level 3 because of all that logic stuff she was doing as a kid. I don't think I mentioned anything then, but even then I already knew who and what kind of character she was going to be. What kind of person. And the painting he does now, I have to admit, is one of my favorite paintings he's done. I mean, he hasn't done a drastic amount of them. Maybe like 10 at most, something like that, but could probably check later, I don't know. Once again, the camera's being really weird and does all that. But oh well, who cares? She's gonna wait for him to finish up his painting here. And within about a minute, maybe two, he'll be going to bed. Sunday morning, so he'll have one last day before this session, this huge ass session, is over with. She opened the door and messed our view up, but that's alright. He's almost about to gain another skill in painting, so that's quite great. But I don't think he'll make it. He's getting really tired here. In fact, I know he doesn't. Yeah, he almost finishes it. And then the cat was like deciding to be a douche and sleep on his bed instead of her own bed. Now, in real life, cats will just sleep on you. You know, you could just like pick them up and then just put them on your stomach or whatever, and then they'll just lay on you. That's what my cat's always done. And I was just doing that to have a place for the cat to go to. Although it swerved way the hell over to the back door, but the cat needed to do a few things. So I was like, well, why isn't it doing that? So it can piss and scratch all at once. And then we can put her in her proper bed. Which is kind of true that cats usually prefer something else. And Johnny is going to bed, and we'll be able to see him later. I could have showed off what she did for the night, but as I said, he is the main character, and once he goes to sleep, that's that, you know? And for this day, once again, the camera's being really weird, really weird, really weird. Man. But he's gonna finish off his painting, use the bathroom, get some food, and computer stuff. But he is getting pretty hungry there, but he will soon be able to, get his skill in the, painting. And after that, he'll also finish the painting itself. And then he'll be able to do all that other stuff. But yeah, he'll be able to do all that stuff that he needs to do, you know? Going to the bathroom. Just the normal stuff you see all the time. His mom randomly goes in there too, which is annoying as hell, so can't do that anymore. I was going to stay here and have him go back to the bathroom, but, well, it was taking forever, so I was like, well, I guess we'll just go with him, since he's going to take forever to go there. One thing I hate about Sims in general is if somebody does something before you, it just completely stops that queue up, and I feel like it should put it to the next increment in the queue. So it should make it like the second one, and if they're still busy, then it it's slotted up to the next increment, and it keeps doing that until you physically take it off or take it out of the queue. But whatever. Their parents are both at work, so that's cool. And he's chatting with a girl that I'm hoping that will be his love interest one day. But as you can see, I believe I said this in the first part of the episode. But I don't know if they age up at the same time. I don't think they did, definitely, because they're not teens yet. That's kind of annoying. So yeah, that's just gonna be great. If they don't become teens in the second season, like during while I'm recording it, I might have to actually make my own teens for him to choose from. But yeah, that's just how that goes. Set up all his bathroom stuff he needs to do. Have him clean up as well. I decided to have him clean up right now, and lo and behold, his sister, still being the clean freak that she is, decides to clean up as well. So, technically a bonding moment, even though it doesn't give them any relationship points. They still should be, gaining some bonding points here, but whatever. And their dad won their game. Not that any of them care. None of them care about sports. Only the wife cares, and even she wasn't much of a sports fan before they met and married. And there we go, with him doing the bathroom stuff. It's a wondrous thing. It's always good to get rid of that crap. So the dad came home and started just doing that, so that's cool. And since the cat needs to be spoken with, apparently, I don't know how that works out for an animal, but decided to have him do all that social stuff with an animal, you know. Still kind of a creepy idea. But whatever. Once again, our main character is going to go off and do his thing, which is beefing up his writing skill once more. And once I have that all the way up, I'm going to have him write his next story, which I believe will be his third story. I honestly still haven't really fully decided for his lifetime wants or whatever you call it. I already forgot. It's the thing that goes above the date and all that area and below the portrait. But I can't decide between author and musician. Either way, he's gonna do both. I just don't know which one. And I feel that their story is a bit boring, so I do have plans on making things a bit more interesting. Well, Zoe has just gotten a promotion. Or she leveled up her cooking. I didn't really read it. Yeah, I think she just leveled up her cooking. Either way, our character here is still doing his writing. Or, well, practicing. I mean, technically, when you practice writing, you're just writing anyways. Yeah, nothing but writing here. Like I already said, practicing writing is just writing a story. And his sister decides to eat some food, so that's good. Johnny's definitely not going to be getting a new level in writing before the day is out. It's probably going to take a long time. I'm not sure about this, but I think he's the only one that's actually closest to completely leveling up a skill. Although his mom and dad might be close to leveling a skill with the athletic stuff, fitness, or whatever you want to call it. And there we go with him doing that food, and I just have him clean up, and yeah, finally that little weird glitch is done with. Maybe that'll go away with the fire lady dude person. That'd be nice because that's annoying too. I was trying to think of like a way I could include that into the story, but I mean I have an idea, but it's still annoying. Sarah's playing with her teddy. Something that she didn't really do when she was a kid. She probably looked at her teddy bear a few times, maybe played it once, but she's much more into that nowadays, I think. Just being a weirdo. And I decided to set ownership of her bed finally. And there he is finishing his painting. Pretty much close to it, and also close to getting another skill point in this painting. But yeah, we're getting ready for him to go to bed, and finished his painting. It's a nice painting. Wanted to put it on the wall, but yeah, I don't know. It's been a little finicky, so I'll have to do that later or something. And I figured like he was on the hills in the painting, but I was like, man, I'm gonna make a little reference here to a song, so I went with Over the Hills. Couldn't really find a spot for him to put it, but yeah, whatever. Like I said, I'll try that out later. Yeah, that was kind of annoying. But whatever, this is the end of the two-part episodes, 9 and 10, parts 1 and 2. See you guys in next season. Love you all, peace to you, and stay safe.